Hey guys, what's going on? I'm the self-described nerd, and today I'm coming at you with another video. And I know it's been a second since my last one, but that doesn't really matter, right? Nothing really matters. Alright, so today's video, I am going to be ranking Scream 7 characters based on their likelihood of being revealed as Ghostface. So right off the bat, big one that's missing here is Stu. I have a lot I want to say about a potential Stu Bacher return, and that would make this video double length. So I decided to split that off into its own video separately. So this is going to be a two-part series. So be on the lookout for that. So everything relating to Stu Macher and his return and all that is going to be covered in that video. So this video is going to be exclusively every single other named character that has been confirmed for Scream 7 and the likelihood that character ends up being Ghostface. Now, let's just get it off the bat firsthand. This movie has a very dark stain on it, and that is the Melissa Barrera controversy. And I'm completely with you guys. I am extremely disappointed and angry that she was fired. I think we missed out on a great trilogy with her, and I just feel really disappointed that she'll never get to finish what she started with 5 and 6. And that is not Kevin Williamson's fault. That's not Nev's fault. That's not any of these people's fault except for the studio. I want to stress this is on Spyglass. I am mad at Spyglass, and I'm extremely, extremely upset with them. And if you're someone who wants to boycott this film because of it, I can't blame you. And I wish I was right there with you. But I love Scream so much. I mean, this is my favorite horror franchise. The original is what got me into horror. I mean, no, the only franchise that even comes close is Saw, but I love Scream, and as much as I wish I could boycott it because of the horrible things the studio has done, I love this franchise, and I'm going to be there. But if you're someone who wants to boycott it, it makes sense, and I do not blame you. But now that we've got that out of the way, let's jump into the video. So I've got this tier list here. Each tier is its own separate thing. The first tier pretty self-explanatory. Zoinks! It's a ghost face. So these are the ones that are Ghostface. These are the ones that I think are going to be revealed as the killers at the end of it. Next up, you have Tatum's famous quote: "No, don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel." So these are the ones that are not Ghostface, but they are going to survive and they are going to live on for the sequel. And then you have one of Stu's famous quotes: "Now you gotta die. It's the rules." So these are the characters that are not Ghostface, but they are gonna die. And then I have another tier. That's not a specific quote. It's just you better have a good reason for this. These are the characters that I can't rule out as Ghostface. I don't think they're going to be Ghostface, but I cannot rule it out. So if they do end up being Ghostface, it's going to take one heck of a motive for you to reveal them to be Ghostface, because if not, it's going to be jumping the shark. And then last but not least is no chance. Like, there's no chance that these characters are going to be revealed to be Ghostface. Not in a million years. Um, Full disclosure, I got this list of character names from Reddit, so who knows if it's accurate. And if it's not accurate, don't bully me. And at the same time, there's not a lot of footage available for these characters. I was going to wait till they released a second trailer so I could get a better feel for the characters before doing this, but there is no second trailer. There's not going to be another one. They just released the big game spot, but that didn't tell us much. So I'm not sure if these characters, their role in it, they could be a 5 second role, they could be a major player. I don't know. So I'm going to guess whether or not they're Ghostface. I'm going to guess their role in the movie, and I'm going to say if they live or die. And I'm just going off my gut for a lot of these, so don't be too mean to me in the comments. So like, subscribe, all that. Let me know down in the comments what you think. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first on my list is the greatest final girl in all of horror, Sydney Prescott. Uh, so do I think that they are going to make Sydney Prescott the ghost face this time around?
No, I don't at all.
No, not a chance. Sydney has been through so much. I mean, she has been through 5 movies of trauma, fighting off Ghostface. For her to just like, all right, well, I'm gonna kill my daughter, go kill my daughter, dress up as Ghostface. There ain't no way that's happening. And also, they're not gonna kill her. I mean, we're 7 entries deep. If you kill Sydney after having her absent for a movie, everyone being mad about that, and then she comes back in the next movie and you kill her, like, what are you doing? You're nuts. So she's going to survive, and there's no chance that she is Ghostface. Next up is Gail. I mean, again, what are we doing here? Gail has had 6 movies. Ghostface has killed both 2 of her love interests, including the love of her life, Dewey. No. No, 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 no. They are not making Gale Ghostface. I know Ghostface said in 6, like, oh, if anyone is gonna be Ghostface, it's gonna be you. No, they're never gonna make her that. Ghostface. Never gonna happen. And she's not gonna die. Last movie, they did the whole fake out death. They played the sad music. She got stabbed. All that. No, she's fine. She's not gonna die. They're not gonna do that. Next up is one half of the Meeks twins, and the only returning character aside from Chad and Gail from Scream 6. So this is where the speculation begins. I can't entirely rule her out as Ghostface because making the Meeks twins being the killers this time around would be a crazy twist, and they need a crazy twist this time around because they got to get the franchise, the everyone back involved. So I can't rule it out. But at the same time, like, what in the world are you gonna do for a motive that's gonna explain Mindy being a killer? From the looks of it, she's like tied to Gail in some sort of shape or form. So maybe something with Gail did something mean, and now she wants to get back at Gail. But I that's just a terrible reason, and I can't think of anything. So I don't think they're gonna be Ghostface, but there's always the chance. So that's why she's going in. You better have a good reason for this. Um, Same with Chad. I'm gonna put him in there as well, since I feel like it'd be unlikely that they aren't working together. But I just really don't see this happening. I do not think. Oh, Mindy, she's gonna survive. I think she's finally gonna get to see the monologue this time around. It's gonna be great. Chad, he was the fake out death twice in a row. They're not killing him. Both the Meeks twins are gonna survive. And there's a chance, but unlikely. Uh, Next up is someone I'm teeter tottering between, and that is Mark Evans, Sydney's husband. So I have both evidence that could be a ghost face, or he could be a no chance. So let me talk about it. So from the marketing, they have really been showing him in this scene with Ghostface in the body bag, stabbed, blood everywhere. So most likely going into it, the mindset is Mark, he is gonna die. Poor Cindy's husband. We all thought it was gonna be Mark Kincaid, but no, it's just Mark Evans, and he's gonna die. That's like what they want us to go in. But this could be a major red herring where they are going, okay, we're going to make you think he's going to die going in. So that way you write him off completely. And you're just like, all right, well, he's going to die. And I don't have to worry about him being Ghostface. So I feel like that is the route that they could go where you write him off initially. You think he's going to die. So I'm die. So you just ignore all the signs. You're just like, okay, they know. And then he's revealed to be Ghostface. And that could be a great twist. That could be how they hide it. But at the same time, no. There is no chance that he actually no, I'm gonna put him in. You better have a good reason for this. But there is no, he's not going to be Ghostface because of the fact that he is literally married to Sydney Prescott. The Ghostface, their end goal is to kill Sydney, or in this case, Tatum. And you have literally been living with this. Let's assume Tatum is around 18 years old, and they had Tatum 2 years after they got married. That means he will have had at least 20 years of being married to Sydney, where he didn't think to kill her then. Like, your ample opportunity, sitting on the couch. They literally sleep in the same bed together. And he never tried to kill her then. And also, trying to kill his daughter, like, that's insanely dark and twisted and too far. And also, it would just be a big slap in the face to Sydney, and also be a really big insult to her character, where she literally married a psychopathic serial killer. Like, this is not Paranoid Scream 3 Sydney, but this is not Helpless Sydney. Like, she is not going to get married to anyone that is remotely untrustworthy. So, it would just be such an insult to Sydney, and I just do not think that Mark is going to be a killer. I'm sorry. I don't see it happening. Um, it could. I don't see it happening, but that's why I'm putting him in. You better have a good reason for this. Next up is Sydney's daughter, Tatum. And, like, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Would it be the twist of the century if Sydney's daughter, Tatum, ended up being the killer? Yeah, sure it would be. But no. Tatum is the future of the franchise. If this movie does well, they're going to make a sequel, and this is going to be Tatum and the remaining friend group. She's going to be the main character in the event that they can't get Sydney down the line. So obviously she's gonna live. She's gonna make it. Oh, I forgot about Mark and his kill. I think he's gonna die. I think Mark is dead. I think Mark is going to die. Not in that scene that we see, but I think he's gonna survive that. He's gonna live on for a little bit longer. But no, Mark is dead. And Tatum, she's fine. She's gonna carry on the franchise, all that. All right. So now we leave the world of reason and we jump into the world of speculation because from here on out, aside from these last two, we'll get into them later. These characters have names, but we don't really know their role. A couple of these we have a general idea, but this is all going to be speculation. All right. So first up is Chloe Parker. This is Celeste O'Connor's character, who you may know from the masterpiece that is Madam Web. So from the looks of the trailer, she looks to be part of Tatum's friend group. And, it's usually someone from the friend group. That could be the Ghostface, but I do not think that she is Ghostface. I am not getting Ghostface vibes from her. I think she's going to be one of Tatum's best friends. I think she's going to survive because I think you need someone to carry on the franchise. And I feel like Celeste O'Connor could be helping with carrying the torch and all that. So I think she's going to be surviving. She's not Ghostface, and she's going to be part of Tatum's friend group. Moving forward. Next up, you have a character named Hannah Thurman, and she is McKenna Grace's character. And just instantly, McKenna Grace is not the biggest woman, so I initially was like, yeah, no, she's not the killer. She doesn't have the size. Also, McKenna Grace, she's a big star. They're not gonna make. They're gonna need her for star power later on. And then I thought about it, and you know what? I'm gonna take a swing. I think we have our first Ghostface. I think McKenna Grace is gonna be one of the people revealed to be Ghostface. I think based on how I initially wrote her off as, big star, also not super imposing, there's no way she's gonna be Ghost. I think they're gonna play into that. I think she's gonna be the one that they're like, oh no, she'll never be Ghostface. Um, and then they turn around and reveal her to be Ghostface. She's the unlikely Ghostface, and I could be dead wrong on that, but I'm gonna take a shot. I'm gonna say it. I'm calling it now. McKenna Grace's Hannah character, she is a ghost face. She is one of them at least. Next up, you have Anna Camp playing someone named Jessica Bowden. So Anna Camp is 42, Nev is 51. So they are close enough in age, and I think she is going to be a friend of Sydney's. And as such with Mark, Sydney's not going to be friends with a killer after all she's been through. No, 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 we're not doing that again. That would be an insult to Sydney. So I do not think that she is a killer. I've seen people like, oh, she could be Leslie Mocker, but no. Sydney would know what Leslie Mocker looks like, and she knows she's not going to be friends with her. So is she gonna live or die? Live or die? I think she's going to die. I think that she's going to be someone that Sydney is going to mistrust, and that's gonna lead to her getting killed. I think there's gonna be something that's gonna point her out as maybe being a killer, and she's gonna be in danger, and Sydney's gonna have the chance to save her, and she hesitates, and that's what gets her killed, and that's gonna just absolutely wreck Sydney. So I do not think that she is going to survive. and I don't think she's going to kill her. All right, next up is an actor by the name of Sam Reckner playing someone called Ben Brown. I am predicting he is going to be the boyfriend of Tatum, someone that Sydney does not trust. And so it could be a very good way to harken back to the original with the Tatum boyfriend being the killer. But I think that he is going to be one of the major red herrings in the movie. I think they're going to play that up where he is the boyfriend of the main character, and obviously the original Billy was Cindy's boyfriend. So I think they're going to play it up. But I do not think he's going to be Ghostface. I think that has been done to death. The boyfriend of the main girl. I do not think so. And I think he's gonna be survive. I think Tatum needs her supporting cast. I think the boyfriend, supportive boyfriend, is gonna make it. I think that hasn't really been done. I mean, obviously Sydney's first boyfriend, Billy, was the killer. He didn't make it, and then she had what you call it, blanking on his name. Derek. Derek in the second one. He was a good guy, but he died, and then she wasn't really dating in 1 and 3, and nothing in 4, nothing in 5. So it hasn't really been done before where like the boyfriend has survived. I mean Chad kind of with Tara, but that's we're not worried about that anymore. So I think he is not a ghost face, and I think he is going to survive. Next up, you have Asa German, I think that's how you say it, playing someone named Lucas Bowden, who is going to be, based on the last name, the son of Jessica. And if she is not a killer, then I don't think that her son's gonna be the killer. In addition, I picked Jessica to die, and that would be insanely cruel if he killed her his own mother. Like that's has been done before, but I don't think so. And I think he is going to be our Randy of the group. I think he's going to be the film buff. Also, I think he is going to be the boyfriend to Hannah's character. I think they're going to be boyfriend girlfriend, and I think that he is going to be like that's going to be how she's revealed is she kills him, kills and in quotation because I think he is going to be the one that is revealed to be alive at the end. I think he's going to get brutally attacked by Hannah, being revealed to be a ghost face, but at the end of it all, they're like, one more, we found one more, and then he's revealed to be on the stretcher, leaving him to be alive in the sequel. So I think not a ghost face. I think he is going to be the fake out death of the movie, and I think he is going to survive. Next up, you have Ethan Embry playing someone named Marco. Another complete mystery to me. I am going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say not a ghost face. I think he is going to be a coworker or an employee of Sydney, based because in the trailer they show she has a coffee shop, I think a little latte, and either she works there or she owns it. So I think that Marco is either an employee or coworker of Sydney at this coffee shop. And I think we got to up the body count. I do not think he is going to make it. I think there's going to be an attack at the coffee shop, and I think he is going to be the big casualty of the scene. I can be seeing me the supportive friend to Sydney, and his death would be extremely sad. So I'm gonna put him in. Now you gotta die. It's the rules, not a ghost face. Next up, you have Mark Consuelos playing a character named Robbie Rivers. Um, no clue what to make of this character. I am gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say he is another neighbor of Cindy. I feel like he is going to be an asshole neighbor that nobody likes. So when Ghostface comes to town, he's going to be the first to get it. I think he is going to die brutally at the hands of Ghostface in the neighborhood attack scene, and he is not going to live. All right. Next up, you have George Simmons, or sorry, Tim Simmons playing someone named George Willis. All right, here's where I'm going to take my second big swing of the video, and I am going to say, yep, George Willis is Ghostface. I think he is going to be revealed to be an old classmate of Cindy's, somehow wronged him, and is now out for revenge. I think Maybe he could be Stu's long lost brother, cousin, some sort of relation to Stu. Whatever is the reason, I think he is another Ghostface, and he's gonna have some sort of connection to Stu. And if they are going the AI route, that's why he is so obsessed with Stu, and he's using Stu to torment Sydney and resurrect the other dead killers and all that. So yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what his role could be, but I'm gonna say it. He is our second and final Ghostface. Next on the list, you have Michael Randolph, Michael, geez Louise, Michelle Randolph, and Jimmy Taser, who are playing Madison and Scott respectively. And you've seen the trailer. They're the opening kill. They are staying at the Psycho B&B. They are there when Ghostface attacks to come burn it all down. They're not living. They're done for. They're the opening kill. So they gotta die. Next up, this is where things get interesting because you have Scott Foley returning as Roman Bridger. Now, I could make the argument, and I'm going to make the argument that Stu is alive in the next video, but Roman, I cannot make that argument because Roman is 100% dead. He got a bullet to the head. He is done for. Like Cindy was there, held his hand. He got stabbed with an ice pick. All this. Roman is dead. So there is no chance that he is coming back to be revealed as the killer. Like, there's no way that he survived because that would just be insanely stupid. It would just be comical at this point, and he is dead. So I think this is going to play into the AI, bringing back resurrecting dead killers to torment Sydney and all that. And Deputy Dewey coming back. Again, no chance. I mean, we saw him die. He got gutted like a fish. It was brutal. It was really, really sad. But there's no way he's gonna survive that. And two, having him come back and being Ghostface, like not only is he died, and so you're undoing his noble death, but you're also just bring him back to be the killer. That would be the ultimate slap in the face for this franchise, and they are never going to do that. And the AI theory, it has more credence because in the trailer you actually hear his voice.
All your friends died for just being near you.
Your friends die for just being near you. Like, that is just so uncharacteristically mean of Dewey. Like, Dewey is he's sweet Dewey. We love Dewey. And that's just something that Dewey would never say. So if we do get a flashback to him, like, I don't see like that him being so like, who in the world could he be saying that to? Like, that's just so mean. So I think that lends credence to the AI theory where they're using AI to replicate the voices and the images of the dead people in Sydney's life. So there you go. Hannah and George are our ghost faces. Chloe, is it Lucas? And no, Chloe, which we'll call it Ben and Lucas are our survivors. Jessica, Marco, Robbie, and what's their names? Madison Scott, they are going to be the big kills of the movie. Um, the Meeks twins and Mark are unlikely to be Ghostface, but if they do it, better have a dang good reason. Meeks twins survive. Mark does not. Sydney survives, is not Ghostface. Gail survives, is not Ghostface. Tatum survives, is not Ghostface. And Dewey and Roman are dead, and they stay dead. So there you go. That is my predictions for Scream 7. And I could be wrong. I most likely will be wrong. And I hope I'm wrong because I want to go in knowing nothing. And if I go in having successfully predicted the killers, it's going to kind of ruin it for me. So most likely we'll be wrong, and that's okay. So just let me know down in the comments what you think. Also, stay tuned for my video about Stu. I have given a lot of thought about Stu's return, and if he is going to return, I have pinpointed 3 ways that I think he is going to return. So be on the lookout for that. So I have been the self-described nerd. do all the things like comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. Does anyone actually do that? I always see people say that, like, "Oh, don't forget to turn on notifications," and I've never done that. Do have people actually do that? Just curious. Or don't do those things. I mean, I can't make you do those things, but just know I'll be really sad. Then you'll be responsible for making me sad. Do you really want to do that? Anywho, I've been the self-described nerd, and see you guys later. Bye bye.